Happy New Year, Gemini. This is for the sign of Gemini, the twins. Mercury will ingress the sign of Aquarius on New Year's Day in a direct transit. Gemini, this will affect your 9th house of life path meaning. Beginning on the 5th of January, Mercury turns retrograde still in the sign of Aquarius, thus reversing your 9th house attributes. Again, the 9th house is your life path meaning house. On the 8th of the month, Mercury retrograde ingresses the sign of Capricorn, influencing your 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt in a contrary manner. Mercury then turns direct on the 25th of January, still in the sign of Capricorn, to bring forward movement to the intense 8th house issues at hand. Again, those 8th house issues are birth, sex, death, and debt. Those very important issues that oftentimes people do not want to discuss. Mercury is known as the attribute of God the winged messenger, found in Acts chapter 14, verse 12. And they called Barnabas Jupiter, but Paul Mercury, because he was chief speaker. Now, let's see how your ruling planet of Mercury affects you this month, Gemini. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. Your air guardian archangel Raphael speaks through to you from your Gemini angel Umbriel. Now, Raphael is the guardian archangel of the East, who is in charge of the eastern winds that are warm and moist. And your teaching angel is Umbriel. And this is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Gemini angel Umbriel, who resides over the twins' mutable air. And here are his messages for you in love, money, and health. Umbriel's love transmission first, the most important, again with the help of the divine physician Raphael. The new moon is in Capricorn on the 9th of January 2016 Eastern Standard Time, and occurs on the 10th of the month if you are using Greenwich Mean Time calculations. This subtle energy will refresh your 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt, making these complex issues easier to deal with, adding an expectancy to your life in the new year. The full moon is in Leo on the 23rd of January 2016 Eastern Standard Time, occurring on the 24th of the month if you are utilizing Greenwich Mean Time calculations. This bright energy will enliven your 3rd house, Gemini, of transportation and communication, which is the natural 3rd house of Gemini, in which you are quite comfortable. Now, Umbriel's money transmission, again with the help of the guardian archangel of all the air signs, Raphael. Starting New Year's Day, it's a good time to invest in businesses and companies that give people great new ideas about how they can better enjoy as well as gain promotion in their chosen vocations. Beginning on the 5th of January, the companies and institutions that retain individuals that have been out of their chosen field for a while will be your best bet. Then, beginning on the 8th of the month, you will attempt to find monies that might have been afforded you through inheritance, marriage, or deals made with banking or loan institutions. Finally, for this month's financial affairs, starting on the 25th of January, investments in banks, hospitals, funeral homes, and dating services that lead to marriage are great opportunities for you, Gemini. For Umbriel's health transmission for you, commencing on New Year's Day, Gemini should focus on healing and balancing the meridians and structures of the lower extremities, and take on the daunting task of aligning all the chakras of the body, where one actually lights up like a Christmas tree. opening up the dorsal side of all chakras is in vogue with the cosmological occurrences on the 5th of January through the 7th of the month, and thus reversing the flow of chi or ki, also called prana or mana, from the dorsal to the ventral surface through the center of each chakra will be healing, although one should be careful to not overstimulate and breathe appropriately. Starting the 8th of the month, first chakra balancing and healing is advised, albeit in the manner just described, from dorsal to ventral surface. Beginning on the 25th of January, the energy flowing to the first chakra may then be circulated from the ventral to the dorsal surface of the chakra, keeping in mind that the path of ki that should be directed around the head and through the chakra being purified or balanced. This should be well balanced, again, beginning the 25th of January. Now to bring you to this month's lucky runestone prediction. The runestone that was gotten for you this time, Gemini, for this month of January 2016 is Lagus, a time of superior resourcefulness, dipping into the stream of consciousness at the right moment, gaining the feeling of being in the right place at the right time. So this is a superior and enhanced resourcefulness, and that causes you to know how to find proper knowledge when you dip into the stream of consciousness, because this is what makes you feel that you're in the right place at the right time, because you're going to the right stream for the right purpose. So this is about timing, but not only timing, it's also about location, but it's also about the right part of that location, because there may be a location, but that location may have tributaries that you heretofore did not know about. So you've got to be more particular about branches and tributaries off the main path, which oftentimes are more magical. And this is how one finds oneself, because sometimes the initiate needs to find the master. Now, this is a perfect time to get into our disclaimer. Remember, high magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes, so do not try this at home without proper authorization from your proctor or your proper adept. Remember to chant your divine tone of I think, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of thinking. And be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Gemini. Thank you for joining us. And join us again next month.